Hey everybody, welcome to Slash Bash, where today I am bringing you another Choosing Beggar Reddit video. If you want your daily dose of Reddit stories that aren't accompanied by a robot voice, then now's the time to subscribe and click on notifications. In our first story, a Choosing Beggar daughter uses emotional blackmail to coerce money from her dad. Oh, look, now she has a granddaughter to throw into the mix. Let's jump right in. I had my daughter when I was very young and things didn't work out with her mother. I had visitation rights and that was pretty much it, as I was dragged through the court system by her mother and bled dry. I made sure to pay child support, and even though I had evidence that none of it was ever used properly, social media posts and my daughter always needing things, I didn't contest anything. Whenever my daughter contacted me for something, I helped her out. As she grew up, however, I saw her slowly turn into her mother. Her demands for money became more desperate, and every month she was in some sort of financial trouble. Things didn't improve when she turned 18. I offered to pay for her university, but it turned out she never even got accepted and had faked everything to get money off me. During this time, I got married and had 2 children, but I still tried to support my daughter. I learned my lesson and stopped giving the money to her and offered to pay for things directly. She wasn't very happy with this. Every time I refused to give her money, she'd cut off contact with me, only to pop up after a few months for a new request for money. The breaking point came when she was pregnant and needed a guarantor to rent a place for her, her partner, and the new baby. I happily accepted and helped with the first few months' rent. This turned into the landlord contacting me every month as they hadn't paid any rent. My granddaughter was born and I wasn't allowed to see her. When I turned up to the flat unannounced, she called the police on me. In the end, I realized I was just seen as a cash machine and decided to sever ties and not hurt myself anymore. I sent her an email and a letter to know that I was done, that I'd pay the rent for another 6 months and that would be it. I also forwarded her resources from the local council so that she'd be able to get a council flat. 6 months went by with no contact. I was then contacted by the landlord as they trashed the flat before leaving, causing me to pay for the repairs. From the very little contact I have with her mother, I know she managed to secure a council house and isn't homeless. Since then, she's contacted me for money and I've ignored it. Now, however, she's using my granddaughter as leverage. I need money. Your granddaughter needs money. If you ever want to see her, you need to give me money. My granddaughter is 18 months old and I have never seen her. My heart hurts too much and I can't keep being used like this. Her mother already has enough terrible things to say about me, but now my wife is saying I'm punishing the child for nothing. Story 2 shows us a choosing beggar who gets 12 bags of free chips and now he is perfectly happy. Just kidding. I live in a small town where everyone knows one another. I also work at our local Subway, doing whatnot and making sandwiches. Today happens to be a normal day. I'm closing and doing Subway stuff. Today I was putting chips on the rack and I realized that for some reason a bunch of our Sun chips had burst open and were unsellable. Upset, I put them in the back and wrote them down as waste. As I was getting ready to throw them away, Choosing Beggar walks in and sets his stuff down and takes a seat in his usual corner. Choosing Beggar is homeless, aka he has a house, but he's a known hoarder and doesn't live in it. He refuses help with the house from the local government and anyone else and just walks around with his bike. Everybody knows him, just not on a first name basis. Living in a small town, it's easy to see him from place to place. In fact, one time I saw him dumpster diving in front of McDonald's, so I gave him a 5 and told him to get a meal. He said thanks a bunch and I went on my merry way. Also, he regularly comes into Subway and just sits, probably warming up and having a quiet place to do his drawings that he passes time with. At first glance, he seems like a really nice guy, just a little dirty and shy. I was mistaken. Anyways, he walks in and I look down at the chips. They're perfectly fine, we just can't sell them because I've touched them and they're broken and the bags have been opened. I then thought of giving them to him. I asked my coworker if that would be fine and she said, yeah, as they weren't going to do much good in the trash. Coolio. I approached him as he was eating a packet of crackers. The chips were in a little box and the convo went like this. Hey, these chips were broken and we can't sell them anymore. I was wondering if you would like any. Choosing Beggar looks up and grunts at me. Then a small pause. I was visibly nervous. Yeah, just take as many as you need. Choosing Beggar then proceeds to fish through the crackers. After the inspection, he grunts again and starts stuffing them into his bag. He took 2 initially, but then mumbled to himself that he may as well take them all. I didn't want to stare, but I kinda wanted the box back. Oh well, I thought, so I walked away and got back to work. I was a little disheartened though. He didn't acknowledge me or even say thank you. He just grunted and stuffed his bag. In all honesty, it isn't a big deal, but it's nice to be thanked. Oh, but the story doesn't stop there. I was counting money at the till and Choosing Beggar's drawing again. I was just going on with my work, then he speaks up. So can I get a sandwich too? Excuse me? I said, can I get a sandwich? You get a discount, don't ya? We do get discounts on our meals, but I only had $3.78, the exact change for a 6-inch meatball sub, my usual meal. I was kinda hungry and wanted to eat, so unfortunately, I didn't really have any money to spare. Yeah, but sorry, we're not supposed to give out free sandwiches. You have money, don't ya? Can't you just buy me one with your discount? It'll only be like $5. $5 is literally a half-priced foot-long steak sandwich, one of our most expensive ones at about $10 regular price. Sorry, but I don't have enough for 2 sandwiches. I'm really sorry, but I can't make you one today. Maybe later, though. Choosing Beggar then proceeds to glare at me for a few seconds. I excuse myself and busy myself with money. He then leaves to go to the bathroom and then leaves the building. I then got the box back and took it to the back room. At least he left it. I went into the bathroom to clean and it was utterly filthy. Toilet paper everywhere, sink had dirt and hair in it, mirror was smudged, and water somehow got everywhere. Not fun to clean up. And it wasn't that filthy before Choosing Beggar went in. I'm almost positive he did it out of spite. Story 3 shows us a Choosing Beggar who doesn't understand the difference between hiring a tutor and having someone do your homework for you. I never thought I'd have to post here, but here goes nothing. So a little background. I am a tutor for an app that helps people with their homework. A student opens a chat, can chat with a tutor, and when they close the chat, have to award at least one teacher, who then will receive a small amount of money. So on to the story. I enter a chat where someone needs help with their English homework. 2 exercises, nothing but answering questions based on a text about Mary Stuart's life, like a paragraph long. Now the following conversation ensues. Hey, I need help solving these exercises. Can you help? Sure, what do you need? The student posts 3 pictures of the exercises. Can you do these for me? I'll give you 5 stars. So we are not supposed to do a student's work for them. We are supposed to help and answer questions, nothing more. I'm sorry, but we aren't allowed to do your work here. I can still help you though. I then proceed to give them several helpful pointers for solving the problems. Oh, come on, can't you do that for me? I'm gonna give you 5 stars. We gotta hand it in and I got it wrong 29,537 times already. Sorry, but no. You can do it, I know it. Okay, so a tutor on here made $15 because they did my work for me and I gave them 5 stars every single time. This is bull because you'd have to answer about 100 questions to gain this much. I refuse to believe someone could be this lazy and offer one last way out. Like, they could have solved the questions themselves in 10 minutes max. So I don't know what crushed your self-esteem so much that you think you can't do this by yourself. Come on, I believe in you. Ugh, well then I'll find someone who is willing to do my work for me. Flip off. Bye. They think they got me, but joke's on them. They closed the chat and awarding at least one teacher is mandatory. So I still got my money in the end, and they are still stuck with their homework they refuse to put the tiniest bit of effort into. In our final story, who wouldn't want to be stuck on a bus with a Choosing Beggar Karen during the pandemic? Okay, so a bit of backstory. In the country that I live in, there are free buses that you can take to get yourself to a supermarket that's pretty far. It doesn't matter how old you are, it's free for everyone. Since the pandemic started, you need to wear a mask, otherwise you can't get in, but everyone is compliant and wears one. Now for the story. I've never seen a Karen in my life and never thought I'd see one, but today I got on the bus, respected the social distancing rules, and was wearing a mask. A very old lady came in and took a seat. The bus stays in the station for 15 minutes before departure. However, she wasn't wearing any kind of protection against the virus. After the bus left the station, the driver told us all to wear our masks, but this lady was having none of it. Everyone, please wear a mask. No, I won't wear a mask because the virus doesn't exist. It says so on my mobile phone and in the Bible. Lady, please wear a mask, otherwise I won't let you on the bus and you will need to leave at the next station. Why should I wear a mask for a virus that doesn't exist? Listen, you're gonna get us both in trouble if you don't wear a mask. Another passenger starts talking. Just wear a mask, it's only for 10 minutes. No, if I wear a mask, the carbon dioxide that I exhale will be trapped in the mask, and it will kill my neurons, and you don't even die from the virus. That's right, she went full 180 degrees from the virus doesn't exist to it won't kill you. Needless to say, after the bus ride, the guards at the entrance wouldn't let her into the store, so she started up again yelling her BS. I just ignored it and went into the store because I was wearing my mask. I hope you enjoyed the story. Please stay safe, wear a mask, and take care of yourself. This has been John from Slash Bash. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and want to see more of them, then hit that subscribe button. We'd love for you to drop a like, share it with your friends, and we will see you in the next one.